Hi, lovely to have you here. Welcome to the Electro Revolution channel. My name is Michael and I'm a car and tech enthusiast. This is episode 3 of the BYD Dashcam install in the BYD Seal Premium. What we'll be doing today is we'll be turning on the vehicle, we'll be rebooting the console. That'll bring up the Dashcam app within the console. We'll open the app, we'll go through all the menus, and we'll go through the about instructions for use. I hope you enjoy this episode. Okay, now we've installed the SD card, our next job is to turn on the vehicle. Okay, now we want to verify the driver recording system. So we want to make sure nothing is installed right at this moment. And if we go to utilities, nothing. So the way to now proceed, I'll be pressing this power button for about 10 seconds, I believe. And there we are. The system's rebooting. Now it does take a little bit of time to reboot the console. Android is starting. It is essentially an Android operating system. And there we are. Function self-match successful. So there's some sort of function that it detects once the dash cam has been plugged in. And for the changes to take effect, reboot for the changes to take effect. So we'll just wait. And again, we go through the reboot sequence. And now we'll search for the software. Dashcam. In older versions, it used to be called Driver Recorder. So now we'll click Dashcam. Interesting. That might have been a bug in the Dashcam software, but what we do see now is the Dashcam. That was in a recording mode. We can take a screenshot, a photo, and you'll notice here the important part, and this is what I was describing before. With the original OEM BYD, you've got the pedal controls, you've got seat belts, you've got parking, the accelerator control. This shows how fast, and how forcefully you can depress the accelerator pedal. This one, I believe, is the brake. This is your blinkers left and right. This is your lights, high beams, and different indicators. Now, all of this gets recorded into the recording video. If you're buying the one from AliExpress or a third party, it's not going to work like this. You will miss all of these controls. You'll get the very basics. So it's worth buying the OEM version. Now what we see here is we can take that shot, we can lock videos or the pictures that we take. We can go to a playback list, and these are the locked videos here. These are the images we take, and these are the driving videos once we drive and it starts to record. And we've also got the settings here. So the video recording length. Now, this is a continual recording length. So essentially what it means is if we select 1 minute, it's going to have 1 minute loops while you drive. If we select 2 minutes, it'll be 2 minute loops while you drive, or 5 minute files and loops every 5 minutes. Now it's always better, in my opinion, to have smaller files than larger files. So it says here the driving info on recording video, which is all those pedal controls. That's what we get there. And also if you want to delete all the data on the SD card, and if you want to format the SD card. Now the SD card is already pre-formatted, so we don't need to do that. We look here about instructions for use. If we click there, this tells us essentially all the details about this particular unit. So it says here, this dashcam can perform video recording during driving and store video files on the TF card in the USB assembly. The recorded video files will not contain sound elements that have occurred inside and outside the card during recording. The video files stored in the dashcam are used by the users to view previous information if necessary, or for auxiliary evidence in case of accidents. They do not guarantee the driving safety of users. As factory default settings, while the dashcam records driving videos, it also records the vehicle driving status and driving information. Using this product will be considered as the driver has agreed that part of the personal driving data will be recorded on the memory card. And it talks about some privacy there. Point 3, video files of the dashcam are stored on the independent TF card, which does not support hot plug. If you need to remove the TF card, please click to stop recording or shut down the dashcam first. Otherwise, the video data may be damaged or lost. Essentially what that means is turn off the car if you're going to do that. The dashcam is an electronic product. If it suffers force, I'm not sure what that word is and how you pronounce it, such as water, immersion, fire, short circuit and violent impact, the memory card may be destructed or the stored video data may be lost, and that's obvious. When the dashcam is recording of a third-party software such as WeChat, now of course this is a Chinese application, we typically don't use that in Western societies, calls the dashcam camera, the recording will be temporarily interrupted. After that software exits, the dashcam can resume normal recording, so it doesn't share with third-party applications. Number 6. The dashcam has requirements on specifications. Yeah, so essentially these are the points. You can pause the video and read them for yourself. Let's go back. Let's go back. And there we are. Now I do have a wallpaper on the back of this, on the background of this console. I can show you in a separate video how I did that. By default, that doesn't happen with a BYD, and I've essentially got multiple background wallpapers that I use, and I usually rotate as I drive the vehicle. So that's all. I hope you enjoyed this video. The funny thing was, it was pouring down rain, as you can see with some of the scenes with the umbrella on top, and you could even hear some of the rain on some of the scenes too. As soon as we stopped filming, guess what? The rain stopped. It's just the way these things happen. Now, if you do like the video, you know what to do. Click a thumbs up. If you do like the channel, you can subscribe or just leave a comment. It all helps. I really hope to see you next time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until then, bye for now.